Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi. Welcome to the lecture number 13 of Advanced Object-Oriented Software Engineering. I was covering contracts and contract programming, that what are the types of contract, and we have basic contract, we have behavioral contracts, synchronization contracts, and quality of service contracts. The contracts are used in the design of EFL programming and the UML. In the UML, you have use case diagram, class diagram, sequence diagram, and you have use case description, include, extend. In Java, we have I contract is an example of contract programming, and in programming community, we have another term used for contract. Any idea about that? It is called API. What is API? What API stands for? A for apple, P for parrot, and I for ink? No, it is application programming interface. And how to define application programming interface? It's a library of reusable components so that components can intercommunicate with each other. Like in Microsoft platform, if you go to System32 folder, you'll find the APIs, and they have extensions like DLL, OCX, EXE. How many types of APIs? I categorize them in 3 types of API. For example, the APIs that allows you to call one application to another application, one component from one application to another component, another application. And like in Java, you have import java.awt, import java.static, import java.applet.static, awt.frame.static, import javax.swing. So these all are called packages. In Java, we call them packages, and they are APIs. In .NET, in Microsoft platform, in couple of minutes before, I talked about DLL, OCX, EXE. DLL stands for Dynamic Link Library. OCX stands for ActiveX Object Control. And EXE stands for Executable Files. This is the first type of API that we can call, like Microsoft Office, Word. You can call Excel, or from Excel you can call Word, or from text box you can import Microsoft Word or Excel. So you are using components from one application to another application. You are having the concept of container and contained. The application that hosts other components, like form is a container. It can host text box, label box, check box, option box. Similarly, in Microsoft Word, you can integrate Excel or vice versa. So that's use of first type of API. And then we have API that is used for web services. Like in Microsoft, what is the name of web server? It is called IIS, Microsoft Internet Information Server. Internet Information Server has an API. It is called IS API, Internet Server Application Programming Interface. It is used to execute web applications over the Microsoft platform using the Microsoft Web Server. In Apache, you have CGI platform. CGI stands for Common Gateway Interface. So CGI is not an API, it's a protocol. So that's the first difference between IS API and CGI. IS API is much faster than the CGI because it's only one process to execute, whereas in case of CGI you have another folder, it's called bin. Bin stands for binary, so that has double execution process, so it consumes more resources of the computer and the server. So, and the third difference, the IS API execution is not secure, whereas Apache CGI execution is much secure. The third type of API that is used to communicate front end with the back end. So we have front end developers, we have back end developers, and the developers who can have the capability to deal with the front end and back end, we call them full stack developers. Like ODBC, Open Database Connectivity. We have ODBC, JDBC, Open Database Connectivity, Java Database Connectivity. So even the front end and back end are not compatible. They are from different vendor, like Microsoft front end, and you can integrate the back end like MySQL, Oracle Server, or HANA from SAP, or any other database, DB2 by IBM. So that's the concept of having the API, that even they are not compatible, but you can integrate, you can communicate front end with the back end. So in case of Microsoft platform, you have ODBC, and if you are using Java, then you have Open Database Connectivity and JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.